So this is driver 55, and I thought I'd change it up a little bit. And instead of doing all that work hauling logs and then building on that refinery, I thought I'd just get in a little spot of fishing and just relax. See about just catching a mess of fish. And I'm not going to go after, not looking to go after some monster or the legendaries. You spend more time cranking and going through wasting bait than I do catching them. And I caught a bunch of them, and that's, you catch them once or twice and go, okay. I don't mind catching that big pike now and then in Norway. So when I'm down here on the bottom of Bear Lake, Diamond Peak Outpost, and I want to get a little spot of fishing in toward the end of the day. So I'm just going to just throw out something small here. Haven't got a lot of water, but we're not after a big fish anyway. I'm just looking for a mess of panfish. Something I can get home with and cook up for a meal. So we're going to start with probably my favorite float rod, and that's the Vizier. And he's 13-pound strength, but I'll guarantee you I have caught 20-pound fish on this rod more than once. So we're 13-pound test and just poly test. A regular, I guess the poly's white, maybe. I haven't looked at line in a while. No, the fluorocarbon is white. Poly is colored, and the braided is black. So I've got 13-pound test and a red worm, so I've got to have probably a number 6 hook. Okay, so I've got on number 6 rod, we have a red worm, and that is on a number 6 hook. All right, so yeah, see, that's a 26-pound strength rod. The reel is 11 pounds, and the line is 13. So I guarantee you I've caught 20-pound fish on this rod easy with 13-pound line. So it's not, well, you've got to know how to play the drag. So I'm not worried about that today. I'm just going to just see what we can catch. Man, if nothing hits here in a little bit, we'll just reel in this fish first. And what do we got? Ooh, that looks like a smallmouth. And that is a largemouth. Let me look at him. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He's definitely a largemouth. If you wonder what the difference is between a largemouth and a smallmouth, his mouth protrudes past his eye. See if we can catch a smallie. And I can maybe show you. Looks like the largemouth are hitting minnow or redworms. I'll do that. I don't mind largemouth. I'd rather catch mess of perch. Fish on. All right, one big enough to use the net. Oh, got him caught in the dock. There we go, got him out. There's a nice smallmouth. Now, see? Now, I'll show you on the trophy shot. This is what I'm talking about. If you look, his mouth does not protrude past his eye. The corner of his mouth, it comes just about even or just at the back edge of his eye. A largemouth, that mouth protrudes past that eye and it's easy to distinguish. So that's if you didn't know why they call one a largemouth and one a smallmouth, that's why. The other thing is that a perch or a smallmouth bass is not actually a bass. It's part of the perch family. So there's another little tidbit. So we'll throw him back and go get another one. Smallies are fun to catch in real life. Did I leave that down deep? I saw that line waving in front of me. I'm wondering. No matter, it's hitting. There's a hitting. There's a fish is a biting. Now see, if I want to do this where I live in real life, first thing I got to do, and actually I only got to go a couple miles, but I'd have to cut a hole in the ice. And today we were in single digits. Yeah, we were in single digits today. We got into the teens. So, yeah, no, this isn't a bass. Got him. Yeah, like you're going to miss one in this game. Well, you can. There's no doubt I've missed my share. Oh, carp. Or a big sucker. We used to call him sucker. I never called a carp, or I never called a sucker a carp sucker. Those are a red horse sucker, what we'd call a red horse. They usually nibble a little bit slower than that even. I want to check something, but I've seen that twice now. No, I'm at 7. Why is I getting that? I don't know, maybe you guys aren't seeing it. No, I didn't that time. Alright, so we're doing alright. A nice little mess. We got what now? What's a stringer look like? See, this is what I wish we had in this game, where I could hold up a stringer. Oh, handbook. We need latest. Right there. That largemouth. Yeah, I was catching pike. Pike and muskie. I took a daily challenge. Worked out to, oh my God, I think altogether I had to catch 16. 14 or 16. To catch 6 pike and 10 muskies for a daily. And cleaned house on them. Just one after another. Bang, 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 bang. Next. You can sure do that in this game. So. I think we'll just sit and fish for a few minutes. There we go, people. That's how you do it. There is a diamond white crappie. And that's our biggest yet. That's a 2 over, well, yeah. That's twice as big as the last one. So that is really cool. Man, he just hit a red worm. Just sitting here. I wasn't trying for a diamond. We got to get a shot of him. That's a big crappie. No doubt in my mind, that's a big crappie. And let's get him back here and get the shot on that trophy screen. All right. And so let's get him back in the water. So that was cool. All right, so we got a diamond. Let's see what else I pull. If it's nothing but a bronze, let's move a little bit. But it's getting time here. Time of day. Let's check the time. Okay, it's coming up on 6:30 p.m. Here in a little bit, we should be maybe picking up walleye. I might throw something out on the bottom or a minnow, see if a walleye pick them up. Of course, I had good luck with walleye with minnows or bloodworms too. They got a guide in this game, and I tell you what, on the what bites and what don't, or what it bites and what it don't bite, and I don't think so. You got to go out with a different bunch of baits, find out what they're biting, and stick with it. We use minnows, redworm, bloodworms, majority of our baits. And when I say our, my wife plays this game along with me. As far as she comes in and plays my character. We don't have two games going in the same house. That'd be a little strange. But she'll come in and play. So we enjoy this. This is just a nice, quiet way to relax. Where's that bobber? I want to see if I could maybe pick up a walleye or two. As it got a little closer to dark. So I might go to number 1 rod, which is a light bottom rod. Set up the same way. I think it's got 11-pound test on it. So, yeah, that bobber moved right in. So we'll pick him up. And let's change out to what I call my number 1 rod. It's number 1 on my toolbar. But that's a ground rod. Okay, we'll take a look and see what it is. Show you what I'm using so you get an idea. Okay, I've got the same thing. Got the same thing on this setup that I have on that setup, only we're going to move it to the bottom. And yeah, that's the same. That's 13-pound too. So let's see what we can do with that. Yeah, see, that's got that fluorocarbon line. I'm going to throw him way out there. We'll start at 22 feet, and we'll just work our way back in a little bit. Because sometimes the bigger ones are on the bottom. Or in shallow, the bigger fish are in deeper water. I probably didn't need to go that far out. How many people, now I want to see a show of hands, how many people are fishing with a fly rod, spin caster, and you're casting a lure, and you're casting a lure, and you're casting a lure, and I'm going to change up. So you change up your rod, and you got a bobber on that you're going to throw out the side of the boat, and before you even think about it, you cast it to the end of the power scale. Because you've been casting and casting and casting. Or casting and realize you're dragging your float or your bobber halfway back. Done that a few times. So. Bronze largemouth. But that'd be a nice panfish. He said, I'm looking for something. I was looking for something to eat, which is actually, you want a smaller fish. You don't want great big, of any species, you don't want the monsters because they're old. and their bodies are full of fat and chemicals, and anything that's in that water is in that fish. So you want to make sure you're catching and eating fish out of clean water. Now this seems to be, I mean, it's in the game, so yeah, I would eat the fish out of this lake. I would rather eat the fish out of Norway than anywhere. And some of those mountain lakes, the fishing is, I can imagine. I'd love to be there. I'd love to do it. As soon as ice is out, or as soon as ice starts moving out where I live, I'm going to be fishing. I live on about a half a mile from a river. That's a walleye hot spot in the country, so. If you actually look at my Steam profile, you get an idea where I live. And yeah, it is above the 45th parallel, so you would, or right at, so you would have to, you're going cutting a hole in the ice. Okay, so let's see what we can do in 13 feet of water with a minnow on the bottom. Maybe we can catch a walleye. That's what I'm hoping for. Yeah, we got a bite. Yeah, oh yeah. Bingo. Fish on. Panfish. Another sucker. Yep. There we go, another sucker. Silver. I want a walleye. Try something different. Walleye will hit leeches. I know that. Cats will hit leeches too. I want to be a little ways away from the boat. I don't mind being in a little bit deeper water. A little ways away from the boat. especially if you're after something that's sensitive to sound. Whoa, he hit right now, no biting. The drum or a bass. Let's see what we got. Oh, another smallmouth. Ooh, a silver. Well, I might have to give up on the walleye. We're starting to run a little long here. I'm thinking. Uh-oh, working without tools. I want to remember where I'm fishing. So two guys was out fishing in the boat, and they weren't the two smartest tools in the shed, you know. And they're out there fishing, and they're in a hot spot, boy. And I mean, they're pulling them in. And the one guy says to his buddy, he goes, man, he goes, I sure hope we don't forget where this spot is. This is just really good. And this is a big open lake. And his buddy goes, man, that won't be a problem. I said, this is simple. I said, we just put an X on the side of the boat. And his buddy looked at him and he goes, you gotta be kidding. Really? An X on the side of the boat? He said, what happens if next time we come we get a different boat? I thought it was funny. So the next time you see two guys on this game playing on the same boat, you're going to wonder. Look for an X on the side of the boat. And if you see one, run. All right, so that ain't working real well. Suckers and a bass. Well, she's moving around a little bit. Maybe he's going to get something here going. No, no, okay. It looks like it's kind of... I do that every time. It's like start talking about pulling that line in and I'll get a bite. Ooh, another smallmouth. Hey, I'm going to have a nice mess of smallmouth bass tonight for supper. I got to tell you, they're all nice. I think there's some shallow water. Because, see, I've been kind of pitching into this hole. But I'm thinking there's some shallow water right off to the left of me, just off of this island. And I might want to see what's laying up in there. Excuse me, but I've had a long day myself, and I spent time out in this cold weather today. So, and I'm going to be out in it tomorrow too. I figure about an hour every afternoon when the sun gets up and pointing at me. I can get an hour in. I got a project outside that's got my hands full. I got to get it done. So. Well, I ain't hitting leeches. Let's go back to 6 and let's put a minnow on 6 and see what we can catch. On 6, Tim. There we go. Yeah. So, let's try this over in this shallow water. Right? That should be to my right. Yep. Bingo! Oh, another, no, largemouth. Another one, that's eating size. That is eating size. All right, well, I'm going to tell you what. I got to get the boat back. I want to get the boat back before dark. So I want to get off the water. So we'll just head real back quick to the dock and get the boat put away and call it a night. I got a mess of fish to clean. Let's take a look at the stringer and see what we had on the stringer. Okay, so latest catches today. We started with this bass. We got a largemouth bronze, another largemouth bronze, another largemouth bronze. No, they're all showing bronze. Okay, so that's largemouth bronze, silver smallmouth, sucker, silver sucker. There he is. There's my dime. And a bronze bass. Another sucker. Another silver smallmouth. Another silver smallmouth. And a bronze largemouth. So, all told, I've got to clean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Him, I'll take a bunch of pictures to him and take him to a buddy of mine that'll carve me a wooden one. So, with the pictures that I got, he'll be able to carve me a nice one. That'll put in my trophy room. So he's still out there swimming. So, not a bad afternoon. 9 nice fish for the pan. And let's get the boat back. Let's put the rod away. And let's see. Is there a dock ahead of us? Yeah, let's just poke on down around and put it in that one on the end of the island, because that's a good spot to fish. Yeah, it's dark. I gotta get off the water. We could bank fish after dark. Being out on a boat after dark, you're asking for problems. Yeah, see? I'll guarantee you, you don't want to buy a prop for this thing. That is an empty dock. There it is. That's why you don't run around it. Whoa! Big rock here or something. Oh yeah. It's time to get the hell off the water. Alright, somebody grab the bow line. Yeah. It is dark. So, with that, I'm going to call it an evening. I'll get this up so you guys can see this. And I really appreciate anybody that watched. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Appreciate it. Lets me know that there are people actually watching. Let me know what you want to see. And we'll do it again. This is Driver 55, and I'm going to go clean fish.